right, welcome back, Salty fam. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. And today we're going to be talking about the Nevada Fertility Institute. This is the institute that Boz used on Real Housewives for her, IVF journey she was trying to do. And they've recently had some weird stuff going on with like some lawsuits around some unpaid bills, and then also customers like sort of freaking out. So, and this all happened January 30th of this year. They sent out an email to everybody who was their client saying, hey, none of your embryos are going to be stored here anymore. We're shipping them all out of state to California. If you don't want us to, you have like 3 days to figure it out.
Yeah.
And so they all start freaking out, or like, what is going on with all of this?
So you can't even go to the clinic anymore because it's shut down because they owe $159,000.
Yeah, so they all go because they're
rent.
freaking out. And then they get there and they see this sign on the door saying, these people haven't paid rent. They owe us $160,000. And the place is effectively shut down.
Yeah.
So then they really start freaking out.
Yeah, this is Dr. Cindy Duke, who we see on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and just not even 6 months later, she is hit with all of these investigations, and she is ditching and dodging the press, investigators, everyone.
Bill collectors, patients,
And so a lot of the patients were worried about how the embryos were going to get to California, if they were going to survive it. Everything just kind of changed in the blink of an eye, which is actually pretty shady.
It is, because they're all saying we've been coming to this same place for years. Like all of these journeys are like long things. All these people have paid tons of money for. They get there one day, it's like closed down. The embryos are shipped off,
Yeah.
And even with Boz'S, we've seen her like interacting a lot to do this. And so it just sort of like begs the question of like, what is going on in here? Like, she's not paying her bills.
She's pocketing all of the money that she gets from these women. And also, I think she's offering false hope to older ladies to get more money, keep having them on the shots and the hormones and doing all the procedures, and then having them go and do a donor egg to see if they can carry a donor egg. And all of that is hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even if you have all the money of the world, the emotional toll,
It's crazy,
everything, and then, she's kind of scamming these ladies into saying, oh, it's 50-50 that you're going to get pregnant at 48 with your own child, with your own 48-year-old egg. And it's like, that is so rude to do as a doctor.
No way it's 50-50.
No, it's actually a 1% chance. And it's 50% chance if she would carry a younger donor's egg. But to give Boz hope that she is going to be able to carry her own child I think that's pretty cruel.
It's totally cruel. Like, and especially it's like very intense for Boz, because like she's with this guy. I don't know if they're married yet or whatever, but they're both older, and it seems like for him not having a kid is like a deal breaker, essentially, So she's like, I'm sure that was like communicated to this doctor, so this doctor's just can keep pitching into this, like,
well, they really
she
want
knows
it.
exactly. She knows she'll spend whatever to do whatever if
she knows that she has the money to spend whatever.
Yes.
And that's why when we see her on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she's like, keep taking the shots. We're gonna do like another,
we're gonna double the dose, load you up.
And we're gonna do a donor egg and all this stuff. And it's like, Boz has already had like a really up and down history with getting pregnant, keeping her pregnancy and high risk pregnancies. And now you're just kind of dangling this in front of her. It just seems torturous for her.
Yeah. And so it's just kind of, I think a lot of people are asking questions about like, what kind of shady stuff was actually going on here? Like, this is kind of weird. And so they, reached out to the local news, and Boz hasn't said anything about it, I don't think, but other patients like reached out to the news and were like, we trusted this place like crazy. And now it's like, we don't know what the heck's going on. So it's like, it almost seems like maybe she was doing something shady for a long time.
Yeah.
And it finally came to a head, and like the whole thing's about to collapse now or something,
It's kind of that thing, like once you go on reality TV, a lot of investigating starts happening.
Yeah.
And people just start finding out all of the shady things that you do.
You would think they would know that. Like, hey, once you're going to this huge audience, like obviously it's a huge audience and people are going to look into you and say,
Yeah.
what is this? What's going on here? You
Yeah.
know? And that it is funny, just the timing of it,
Mm-hmm.
of like, because that's just aired recently, all that stuff on the show. And then this all happened, you know, literally 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
the whole thing. So it's like, man, what is going on? And will any of that play out in the show next season? Or will it just be like, oh, new doctor, no real mention of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't know. And I heard that the California clinic that all these embryos got sent to is also under investigation for impregnating wrong embryos
oh,
into women.
man.
So it just seems like a huge mess, to
That's
be
even worse.
honest.
You know, the
Yeah.
patients, they get this new, they go, it's like, these people aren't paying their bills. Like, we're sending your embryos off. They're like, oh, well, who are they sending them to? Oh, they're mixing the embryos up over there. It's
Yeah,
like,
like your embryo could accidentally be implanted into
yeah.
someone else, and
Or
your
someone else's
child,
could be implanted into you,
yeah, and
you
your
know?
child could be out there, and it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. And I think Boz's fertility journey is, I think she said it's on hold for right now, but I don't
Yeah, I bet
know.
after this, you know, she's probably
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this lady's probably giving us all sorts of BS. So we just keep paying these bills and pushing, you know, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like,
Because a lot of the women that had gone to her said that they went to her for many years. So it wasn't like IVF worked easily for them the first time. Like these women are doing rounds after rounds after
mm-hmm.
rounds of IVF, which are just insanely expensive. So did they really need all of those rounds? Or was
Yeah.
she not doing it the right way so these women wouldn't get pregnant? And then all of a sudden, on the fifth or sixth time, now they're pregnant because she did it the right
It
way. You
is
know what
like
I'm
totally,
saying?
yes. Like the incentives in a business like this can just get so perverse where it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like, I mean, it is true. She's financially incentivized
Yeah.
to make sure you keep trying. You
Yeah.
know, like if it's just quack done, easy
Yeah.
peasy, she's not gonna make nearly as much money as she otherwise would. You know, kind of
Yeah.
thing. So it's just a weird like. I don't know. It's a crazy business where you got to be careful because
Yeah.
the incentives can get weird, and it seems like they got weird for her, and she was just keeping people on the hook as long as she could, and sort of
Yes.
selling them the dream, you know, like,
Yes.
and it's crazy.
And I feel like it's an industry where there's a lot of gray because so much emotion is involved,
Yes,
and it is easy to get taken advantage of.
for sure. And on the flip side, it is like you do want to give these people exactly. It's just
Yeah.
it's such an emotionally charged thing that like there's so much weird area. And this isn't like the first case of something weird with these places. You know, there's all sorts of
No.
documentaries of these similar doctors doing crazy weird stuff, only using their, you know,
Specimen for the
yeah, like
donor, and then now the doctor has hundreds of kids out there
yeah, and all these people thought they were using, you know, it's just
using their
like
own husbands, and yeah,
and the people doing it, they probably all get these God complexes of like, I'm the one bringing all these children in the world, you
yeah,
know, think
yeah,
they
there
can
is
do
some
no
aspect,
wrong. And
yeah,
it's
some
so,
aspect to it. But once public records are made of the investigation that's going on or any type of lawsuit, we'll definitely keep everyone updated. So like and subscribe for more, and let us know your thoughts in the comments.